6 weeks old. Her face is angelic. The search for missing Shamali Flores led Houston police to the Woodscape Apartments off South Gessler late last night.
It's just like bad. Like, it's not safe. It's not, especially for a baby.
Neighbors tell ABC 13 officers started going door by door. Sky Eye saw them hauling away evidence late into the morning.
One of them did show me the baby. Have I seen this baby? And I said, oh, that's the baby that's on TV.
After a coordinated canvass involving the Homicide Division, the FBI, SWAT team, patrol officers, detectives were alerted to a suspicious male and a female holding a newborn outside building number 32.
Chief Art Acevedo says they found the infant in the care of her.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now, this video right here comes straight out of Houston, Texas. My city, my hometown. Big shout out to everybody in H-Town, you know, on the north side, south side, Sugarland area, Pearland area, OST, Missouri City. You all know who you all are. But anyway, we have some very bad news come out of Houston today, where you have a woman who basically befriended this woman, played like she was a friend, because, you know, the title says friend kills woman for her baby, you know, after faking miscarriage. But I don't want to use that title because no real friend is going to kill their other friend. So that's why we say fake friends, you know what I'm saying? Or in the wise words of the rapper Slim Thug, associates, if you will. Now, this woman, you know, had a miscarriage and decided, out of all things to do, that she would take her own friend's life and also her baby in the process. And this is a story I did earlier, like a few months ago, of the Brooklyn woman, where she basically was a young lady. She basically had a friend. They grew up together. Matter of fact, they were best friends since they was like so-called young. I don't understand how you can be best friends and kill somebody later on in life. I don't understand that. But anyway, basically, they was friends for a long time, ever since they were little girls, growed up together and everything else, went to high school together. And she tried to get pregnant. She could never get pregnant, but her friend got pregnant. And instead of her trying to go get fertility pills or kind of some shots or any way to, you know, to boost up her hormones or whatever it takes for a woman to get pregnant easily, she decided the best thing to do was to kill her friend in New York. Basically, cut the woman's stomach open, you know what I'm saying? Just cut her uterus out and everything else. Matter of fact, they say they found the uterus on the floor. And I'm not trying to sound nasty, you know, but that's just what happened. So, and then she took the baby and she got caught later on after she was telling people, you know, that she was having miscarriages and she was pregnant. So she just popped up with a baby and they ended up catching her later on. And that was a story out of New York. And it's kind of similar that this same thing would happen in Houston, Texas, with a kind of the same situation. So I'm gonna read a snippet from this story and I'll give my opinion as I go. A woman allegedly stabbed a mom to death and kidnapped her baby after having a miscarriage. Police say 28-year-old Erica Miranda Alvarez stabbed another woman to death, kidnapped her baby, and pretended it was her own after she had a miscarriage. Now, let me tell you something. How can a damn woman, number one, you got people out here don't even want their own damn kids, but how can a woman sit up here and kill somebody that she know just for another child? I mean, does it get that bad? There must be some kind of sickness, because, you know, they got all kinds of sicknesses for women. You could do any damn thing and somebody gonna say, oh, it was this right there. Why can it not be what we call evil? You know, I don't believe in all this diagnosing everything else. It's true, you got some people with mental health problems and mental this and mental that, but if you look down and you look into the stem, you go to the root of the problem, a lot of time it's evil at the base of that problem right there. So you could say this woman was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, whatever the hell you want to say. I don't give a damn. She was evil to me in my book, because number one, if you want a child that bad and if you ain't got no bad criminal record or anything else, go adopt one. Go join a foster care system. There's plenty of kids out there begging for somewhere to stay. But how are you going to take another person's life, then take their child and try to raise that child as your own? How can you look in that child's face every morning knowing damn well inside your bloody ass cold heart, cold as ice, like Rick James used to say, how can you look at that child every day with love and compassion, knowing damn well you took the most valuable thing in that child's life, which is that child's mom? Think about that for a second. Now, police in Houston, Texas have arrested a woman who they say stabbed a mom to death and kidnapped her 6-week-old baby to hide her own miscarriage. The baby was damn near fresh out the womb, 6-week-old, and she decides, I want this baby because I done had a miscarriage. How many miscarriages this damn woman done had? Maybe if her womb wasn't so polluted and shot up with all kind of different men's semen, you know, she could have a damn child. Because there's something definitely wrong if you having all them damn miscarriages. But, you know, I ain't the one to gossip, so you ain't hear that from me. The baby, Shamila Flores, had been missing since December 19th after her mom, Carolina Flores, was found stabbed to death in the Magnolia Cove apartments in Houston. And those of you in H-Town know exactly where that's at. The 33-year-old, 3 other children were not at home at the time of the killing, police said. And that's good they wasn't, because she probably would have killed them too. You know what I'm saying? When you look at her face and her eyes, it's like she just soulless now. You know, I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I got a good spirit of discernment, or maybe I can look into people better, which I can. You know, I could just see the evilness in her eyes. You know what I'm saying? No compassion, no, none of that. And when you look at the picture of the killer, and then you look at the picture of the mom, look into the eyes, because the eyes are what? Windows to the soul. So, if you will, look in the eyes of the killer and the mom, and look how serene and compassionate the mom eyes look that was killed, and look how hateful and spiteful the killer eyes is. You know, you'll see the difference, and that'll let you know if you got a good spirit of discernment right there. So I'm gonna educate you and talk to you at the same time, if you know what I mean. Now, days later, at around 1 a.m. Wednesday, police and the FBI officials swarmed the Woodscape apartment complex after they spotted a suspicious male and female holding a newborn outside. They got a damn baby outside, knowing the damn well it's cold right there. Now, if they would have stayed their ass inside or moved clear across the country somewhere, or to Dallas, none of this would have never been said, as long as nobody didn't say nothing. So it was meant for them to get caught, and I'm glad. First, I'm glad that they did get caught, because don't nobody deserve to have their life taken for a child that they created just for another bastard, to sit there and play mama and raise a child when you killed the real mama. You feel what I'm saying? That shit right there makes me mad right there, because people are low down. That's why I tell people every day, you got to watch the people you be around, because you go through my whole catalog. Yeah, it's a catalog now. You go through the whole catalog, and 80% of my videos of people getting killed are killed by people that they know, or people that's kin to them, or their close friends. Think about that for a second, and look at your friend right now and say, "Oh, you my friend?" Think about it, you know, and watch how they said. Now, they was holding a newborn outside. Officials recognized the baby, who was unharmed, as missing 6-week-old Shamala, and arrested Erica Jalisa Miranda Alvarez and her boyfriend. She got a hell of a long name. Maybe that long name gave her away. You know, maybe they would start talking to her, and she gave him this name, Erica Miranda Jalisa Alvarez. And these people say, "Oh, hell no. You sound like you from damn, you sound like you from Cancun some damn well. You must be from Mexico City, and you black, baby. So we gotta run your name real quick and then come back." You know. Now, Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo said at a news conference Thursday morning that Miranda Alvarez, 28, recently had a miscarriage. She was due in January, but continued to fake her pregnancy with loved ones. Why in the hell do females do that? If you know you done had a damn miscarriage, because I'm sure this ain't her first miscarriage, because if she's 28 years old and she's not a virgin, she's not no some little nun, if you will, somewhere sitting in a sanctuary somewhere praying with beads in her hand. No, she's not there. So she probably had quite a few miscarriages. You think she'd be used to it by now. It's just like a person used to getting beat up every day. You know, and it comes a time you get used to that, right? So why all of a sudden she wanted to fake this one right here? You know why? Because she already had her eyes on the prize, and her prize was her friend who was already pregnant. So that's why she continued to play along with it, if you will. Now, they say she was due in January, but, you know, she was continuing to fake it to everybody, and especially to her family and friends and love. When they still ask, "Girl, you pregnant?" "Oh, yeah, I'm pregnant. I'm about to have a baby any time now." True enough, she about to go cut it out somebody anytime or kill them and make them have it. Now, Miranda Alvarez was friends with Carolina Flores' brother, Acevedo said, and brutalized and murdered her after arriving at her home. The women had known each other for several years. Acevedo noted that there was no sign of a break-in at the apartment. So what that means, Trey? If there was no sign of forced entry, let's go another 48 hours on them. Let's go CSI, which means she was let in. She didn't kick the door in, waving in the fofo. She didn't break the window and stuff. She didn't come through the bottom of the floor. No, she knocked on the door. And her friend opened the door, because when she looked out the damn peephole, just like it would be me and you if it's somebody we know, you know. And they stand there smiling, got their hand behind their back, not realizing they got a whole butch knife behind their back. You know, so when she seen her friend, okay, you come in. She know her. That's why it wasn't no sign of a forced entry. So it proves right there that she knew the person, or the person followed her in right after she left. That's the only two scenarios you can have. Now, Miranda Alvarez then pretended to have her baby at the hospital. She pretended to have the baby at the hospital, but said that the baby was sick. Then on December 19th, she showed up at her boyfriend's place with Shamilia, claiming her as her own, Acevedo said. Now, she already lost the damn baby. She done went and got her friend baby, show up at the boyfriend house, and he's supposed to accept this. And if anybody, he should be flabbergasted. He should be appalled. The audacity of that bastard ass woman to sit up here and bring me somebody else's child that you done killed. You trying to get me incriminated too, girl? You trying to get me caught up for the 211 just like you? Now, Miranda Alvarez boyfriend has not been charged in this case, though he is still under investigation. Shit, they know damn well. Them people probably said, well, look, ain't too many men taking care of their own damn kids. Now, I don't see him playing a part in this, and if you really think about what I'm saying, it's funny and it's sad, but at the same time, it's true. Because I'm sure the detectives was thinking that, okay, you got a lot of guys who don't even want to take care of their own children, whether it's by forced child support or whatever. So why would a man sit up here and participate in another woman killing her friend if he ain't already got children or want a child? And I'm sure don't no man, even if the men I'm talking to, let me know in the comment section. Do you want a child that bad where you participate in a murder? Now, don't incriminate yourself. I'm just saying, you know how to word. Some of y'all don't, but if you know how to word your sentences, you can pretty much explain like, hell no. Some of them don't even want the ones they got right now. The child right now in their house, 15 years old, 10 years old, 20 years old, 5 years old. They don't even want their own. Better yet, somebody else's, especially like this. So I'm pretty sure that he went in there and he sung like a bird. He sung like Tweety and Sylvester together. He wasn't going down. Now, after finding her mom, investigators believed that Shamilia was still alive and suspected that a woman who had lost a baby recently or was desperate to have a child had taken her. Desperate. Now, everything our detectives theorized turned out to be spot on, Acevedo said, though he would not elaborate how officials quickly identified Miranda Alvarez as a suspect. Easy. Who the closest people she closest to? Huh? Was his fingerprints on the door? Oh, it's a lot of ways you can pinpoint that person very quick, because this woman, what they say, she was not the sharpest knife in the drawer, if you know what I mean. Now, it was a brutal murder, Acevedo said. We are working to piece together every single piece of this complex puzzle to make sure we have a conviction, and conviction they will have soon. We owe that to the family of this little baby and her brothers and sisters, and to the mom also. The police chief added that his department was trying to find the silver lining in what could have been a worse ending with a missing baby. Wish she could have turned around and killed the baby or sold the baby off. We hear about all this organ trafficking, organ harvesting, and everything else, and you got people love to have a baby, even if they ain't gonna kill it. They might do all kinds of stuff, sadistic stuff to that baby. Now, it was a very joyous occasion for all of us when we saw that little angel sitting there. She didn't have a clue what was going on, and that's the beautiful thing about being a child, just the fact that the world could be crashing all around you and you don't know what the hell's going on. I guess that's the way to be. Acevedo said it was a great moment when you can find a silver lining out of a tragedy such as this. A young woman brutally murdered. You take what you get. And that's the truth right there. And good shot and good job. And big shout out to those detectives and those police in Houston who pretty much solved this case and arrested that bastard ass woman. And y'all need to throw her up under the furthest jail. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all still sending women to hunts, but y'all need to send her to hunts with that other crazy ass woman who chopped her boyfriend up, that everybody was saying basically he was jumping on her. If he was jumping on her, damn, police gunning people down for nothing. You can get your car stuck in the middle of the road and they'll gun you down. You can be in a damn park with a BB gun like Tamir Rice to get gunned down. So for people to sit up there and say that guy deserved to get chopped up, the old video I did, you can go back and check it out. It's something really wrong with some of you all, because that woman could have called the police. She did it out of pure evilness and hatred in her heart, malice to the fullest. So stop making excuses for these damn killers, you know what I'm saying, just because they're a woman. Men and women capable of the same thing. You both can end somebody's life. You feel me? Think about that. And to those cops, once again, great job. And to the mom, you know what I'm saying, your child is still alive. Sorry you lost your life, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is a lesson to us all. See, a wise man learn from other people's mistakes. You feel what I'm saying? If you wise, a wise man or a woman, learn from other people's mistakes and how they went wrong. Okay, she went wrong by associating with the wrong person, because I'm sure that this woman showed her that she wasn't her friend before. And I don't understand this. When somebody show you who they are the first time, believe them, because I'm sure it's something her and her friend was getting into it about. You gotta stop looking at people just because you think y'all grew up together, y'all talk, that y'all real close friends, or they gonna lay down their life for you, or they gonna if you got 5 or 6 girls or men trying to jump on you, that him or her gonna jump in there and fight for you. Stop thinking that every time somebody smile on your face that they love you. You feel me? So, like I say, let this be a lesson to all of us. Let's do an inventory on the people who we have in our life, who we call family and friends, and see if they still belong in our life. Because I'm telling you, it's gonna come a day, and you don't never know how it's gonna happen. Because I'm sure she didn't. You know, it's gonna come a day you're gonna be tested. Think about that, and may she rest in peace and everything else. And I hope this daughter of hers have a beautiful life and be blessed, which hopefully she will, because she was blessed to still be alive. Think about that today. And if you like the video, make sure hit that like button. If you like, subscribe. Definitely share the video. Put it all over Facebook, because you got women on there just begging people to have babies by them. You know, I mean, the pickings are slim out here. They must ain't heard. Anyway, I'm out. Till next time.